A source for historical aerial photos is Penn Pilot, which was a project from the Pennsylvania Geologic Survey. This archive has historical aerial photographs for Pennsylvania in 3 different eras, as we can see here, from 1937 to 42, 1957 to 62, and 1967 to 72. And I think what's in particularly interesting is the fact that because we have a series of eras in which we have aerial photos for, we can look at how places have changed over time. Or even if we just want to get a snapshot of what a place looked like at a particular point in time, we have that ability to do that with some of this imagery. So how do we use Penn Pilot and how do we get started? Only really 2 things you have to do in order to get started is you have to have something that you want to search on. So what's your search area? And I'm going to do Lebanon, PA. And I select whatever era I want, and we go to 1937 to 42. And notice that all the aerial photo centers show up. I have to hit the magnifying glass to go into my area of interest. And you see a number of red dots pop up. These red dots are the aerial photo centers for a particular image. And we'll give it a second here to load. And if we want to learn about anyone in particular, we simply click on it, and it will give us a thumbnail of the image. If we want to see a larger image of it, we just hit the plus sign, and we can see the full image on a much larger screen. We can see what date it was flown. We can see the agency that produced it, and then it gives us the ability to download the image in a high, low, medium resolution. I like to go middle of the road, so I take the medium. Once you download it, you're going to have something that you see here in the corner, and if you show that in your folder and click on it, what you have is a JPEG image. So if I would go to open this, and let me go to the location where I saved this. And here it is. And I can right click on it and go to open with, and I'm just going to use photo viewer, and you can see that it opens up in photo viewer. Now if I would go to add this image to ArcGIS, what I would find is that it's not going to line up with any data that I might have. So if I would kind of zoom in here to Lebanon County, and then go to add my photograph that I just downloaded. I click on it, add. Notice that we get this message that says unknown spatial reference, meaning that it doesn't know where to place it on the map. So it's just going to put it in a random space on our map. So I'm going to hit OK. And when I go to zoom to full extent, the data is just not anywhere because it doesn't have a georeference or any geographic reference to it. So what we would have to do for this data to line up with the rest of our maps is do a process called georeferencing. And we'll get into how to georeference images in the next video. But I wanted to call your attention to this archive of really good aerial photographs for the Commonwealth, because these may have some use for you at a municipality level.